Good day, boys and girls. This is your country teacher coming to you live again to give you a quick extra lesson on division. Of course, we're going to use your mama steps, but before we do that, I want to make sure that we're clear. If you use the steps correctly, if you use the steps one by one by one, then any numbers that you have will work. Whether there's a divisor or whether there's a remainder, or whether there's 3-digit dividends or 2-digit dividends or 6-digit dividends, the steps are still the same. Sometimes there's longer, sometimes they're shorter, but the steps are always the same. And I feel like I have to say that if some of my girls are watching, that if you practice it enough, then you will make it, it'll make it easier for you when you do your homework. So this is the problem we had today. I'll write it down for you. It was 4 digits. I have 2,109 divided by 9. Simple? Yes? Okay. Again, mama steps. Who's in your family? Daddy, mama, sister, brother. That stands for divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Is that right? So now let's talk about your 9. Your divisor is your 9, is this 9. So we're going to do the multiples of 9 just to be on the safe side. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, and I think 90. Remember, we don't go past 10. So now this is actually quite helpful when you have a number that that number like this, because sometimes the 9s are hard to remember. But if you don't do this, then use your multiplication chart. So let's start. How many 9s are there in 2? There are none. There are none. And I keep seeing kids start here. No. If it's too much for you, just put a 0 there. So then let's go 9. How many 9s are in 21? There's 1, there's 2. There's only 2. I can't do 27. There's not enough. It's too much for this number. 2 times 9 is 18. Now I'm subtracting. Here is what I saw today. I saw girls actually bringing down the 1 and bringing down the 3. Well, that means that they regrouped properly, and they made this the 11, and they made this the 3. But then you don't forget that you changed the 2 into a 1. You borrowed 1. So now 1 from 1 is 0. So now, I also saw girls that wanted to skip this step and go straight for the 9. Well, you can't do that, because even though there's nothing there, you still have to use your 0. So how many 9s are there in 30? There are 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 9s in 30. Roa, this is for you, because this is the one we had trouble with earlier. So I know that there's 3 left over, and I'm going to bring that last 9 all the way down. How many 9s are there in 39? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Only 4 without going over. 4 times 9 is 36. Subtract, and then I have 3 left over. Very important. Here is your hangnail. Make sure you have something over it. So now, I check this by multiplying this number times this number and adding 3. So make sure, boys and girls, that no matter how many digits you have in your dividend, no matter how many numbers you have in your divisor, you can still use the same steps. Just make sure you don't ignore my zeros. All right? And remember, if you really know it, the best way to learn is to make sure you show someone else. Thank you.